3:28 a.m.
The Electric Ant. At 4:15 in the afternoon, T.S.T. Garson Poole woke up in his hospital bed. He knew that he lay in a hospital bed in a 3-bed ward and realized 2 things: that he no longer had a right hand. He wondered if Densman or Stara or any of the others at the office knew. Had they, or one of them, purchased him? Designed him? A figurehead, he said to himself. That's all I've been. I must never really have run the company. It was a delusion implanted in me when I was made, along with the delusion that I am human and alive. Before you leave for the repair facility, the doctor said, could you kindly settle your bill at the front desk? Poole said, acidly, how can there be a bill if you don't treat ants here? For services, the nurse said, up until the point we knew. Bill me, Poole said, with fierce, impotent anger. Bill my firm. With massive effort, he managed to sit up, his head swimming. He stepped haltingly from the bed onto the floor. I'll be glad to leave here, he said as he rose to a standing position. And thank you for your humane attention. Thank you too, Mr. Poole, the doctor said, or rather, I should just say Poole. At the repair facility, he had his missing hand replaced. It proved fascinating. The hand, he examined it for a long time before he let the technicians install it. On the surface, it appeared organic. In fact, on the surface, it was. Natural skin covered natural flesh, and true blood filled the veins and capillaries. But beneath that, wires and circuits, miniaturized components gleamed. Looking deep into the wrist, he saw surge gates, motors, multi-stage valves, all very small, intricate. And the hand cost 40 frogs, a week's salary, insofar as he drew it from the company payroll. Is this guaranteed? He asked the technicians as they fused the bone section of the hand to the balance of his body. 90 days parts and labor, one of the technicians said, unless subjected to unusual or intentional abuse. That sounds vaguely subjective, Poole said. The technician, a man, all of them were men, said regarding him keenly, you've been posing. Unintentionally, Poole said. And now it's intentional. Poole said, exactly. Do you know why you've never guessed? There must have been signs, clicking and whirring some inside you now and then. You never guessed because you were programmed not to notice. You'll now have the same difficulty finding out why you were built and for whom you've been operating. A slave, Poole said, a mechanical slave. You've had fun. I've lived a good life, Poole said. I've worked hard. He paid the facility its 40 frogs, flexed his new fingers, tested them out by picking up various objects such as coins, then departed. 10 minutes later, he was aboard a public carrier on his way home. It had been quite a day. At home, in his one-room apartment, he poured himself a shot of Jack Daniel's Purple Label, 60 years old, and sat sipping it, meanwhile gazing through his sole window at the building on the opposite side of the street. Shall I go to the office? He asked himself. If so, why? If not, why? Choose one, Christ, he thought. It undermines you, knowing this. I'm a freak, he realized. An animate object mimicking an animate one. But he felt alive. Yet he felt differently now, about himself, hence about everyone, especially Densman and Sarah, everyone at Triplan. I think I myself, he said to himself. But I'm probably programmed not to do that. It would be a costly waste which my owners would have to absorb, and he wouldn't want to.